Good evening, sir. This is SRINIVASARAO. My digital assignment one. I am here to explain digital assignment one. This is my DA one is a firewall security system. Firewall security system is a firewall is a network security device that monitors and filters coming into outgoing network topics based on your organization previously established security policies. At its most basic, firewalls is a essential that bear that side between private and internet private internal network, and this is public internet. Introduction to firewalls. This is concept of firewalls was introduced to secure communication process between various networks. A firewall is a software and hardware devices. The data from several networks and then either permitted block it is the communication with your internet into your network. This is process of government by set of defined security guideline. Definition of firewalls. Firewalls is device a combinations of systems that supervise for traffic between the activity part of the network. A firewall is a used to guard to internet network against nasty peoples and prohibited actions defined boundary levels. A firewall is a not only used to protect the system from existing creators, but the threat can be internal and as well. Therefore, we need protections at each level of the hierarchy of networking system. A good firewall should be sufficient enough to deal with both internal and external creators and able to deal with the malicious software such as the worms or accused networks. It also provisions your system to stop forwarding unlawful data another system. For example, we take a firewall always exists between private network and internet, which is a public network that's filtering package coming into out of the phone. This is internet coming to firewall. Firewalls out of the internet and land. Firewall layers between internet and land. Selecting pieces firewalls, critical building upset networking system. Firewall provisions security approaches allowing and restarting traffic verification, address translation, and content security. It ensures 365 to 24 by 7 protection of the internet network from hacker. It is a one-time investment for any organization and only need time update. A function properly by deploying a firewall. There is no need for any panic in case of networking attack. Software versus hardware. Software versus hardware firewalls. These three types of firewall, according to their structure, are three types of firewall: hardware, software, and hardware firewalls have are both remaining types of firewalls specific. It is a list of the firewalls. Technicians which can now set up the software and hardware firewalls. Hardware firewalls and software firewalls. It is a network security system or shielding layer that lies between the internet and the computer network. A firewall typically set up barrier between trusted network and the untrusted network and internet firewall. A device is a software which is designed to protect your computer from data and various that you do not want. This is the internet. This is an internet coming coming to hardware firewalls like unsecure connections. We take into unsecure communications connections. used to router, like that router. Hardware firewalls to coming to software firewalls and used PC. Trusted data. This is a trusted data. After coming into users, hardware firewalls protected the entire network and organization. Using the external data only in case of it employees of the organization connection with network via laptop then can't able protections. Firewall protections. Firewall protections against outside cyber attackers by shielding like that. Your computer is network from malicious or unnecessary networks traffic. Firewalls can also prevent malicious software from accessing computer and network via internet. In small internet, in small network, we can make each of networks. Network device secure by ensuring that all software patches and installed unwanted services are disabled and security software and properly installed. Mm, This is PC1 like that, like coming into the workshop. This is also for group of switch. This one also coming into workshop. This one coming into workshop. This one group of switch. And now filter file servers. This is a firewall software. After come to router. Router has finished one taking internet. This firewall protection small scale of network. Firewalls and IS soft reference models. This is IS model is a conceptual models. It was never actually implemented on web scales. The model shows all of the activities required for inter-computer communications. IS models applications user level data are generated. Presentations, standard walls, data appearance, sections, logical connections among parts, transport, error, checking of connections, more to the firewall was a firewall system can work only 5 layers, OSI model ISO reference models, but most of them run at only 4 layers. Data link layer and networking layer and transporting layer and communication layer. This is a four types of OS models only use. The number of layers allowed by the firewall is dependent upon the type of firewall integrated. The count of layers it convert into more efficiency firewall solutions. Secure with all kinds of security concerns. Components of firewall systems. There are there are four types only. In good firewall system are follows. First one is first one is perimeter router. Second one is firewall. Third one is VPN. Fourth one is ADS. Just one. Coming to the first one, perimeter router. The main reason of using to provide link public networking system like internet and the destination organization. It performs the routing of data packets, appreciating routing protocols. Second one is firewall. It is a discussed earlier also main task to provide distractions levels, secure and supervise the traffic among each levels. Most of the firewalls exist near routers, provide security from external threats. Sometimes it is a present of internal networks to protect from internal attackers. Third one is a VPN. It is a functional provision, secure connections among two machines or networks, machine and the network. The consistency of encryption and authentication and packets reliability endures. It provisions it secures remote access of network, thereby connection to one networks of the same platform while not being physical connections. Next slide. Fourth one is also IDS. It is a function of to identify the investigations and resolves unauthorized attackers. Hacker can attack the network various ways. It can be execute DOS attacks, attacks from the backside the networks throughout some authentication. IDS solutions should be smart enough deal with computer attacks. Component placement. We have discussed three of the major building blocks of the firewall system. Now let's discuss of placement goals. This is overall firewall system design examples. First we comes to when we when it comes to internet coming to perimeter router firewalls. After we can take IDS sensors. Now it's firewall medium and BGM's web server. This is going to going on web servers. Next we move on high high file server internal router. Next going to internal network. After we can take user PC. This is overall. An internal router is also implemented. This is designed to router the packets internally and perform filtering actions. Disadvantages of the designs of having three layers of security packet filtering, perimeter, routers, IDS, and the firewalls. Importing design facts. A packet filtering firewall should be used at the boundary of the network to give an enhanced security. Every server having exposed to public networks such as internet will be faced DMJ. Servers having credential data will be equipped with host-based firewall software within them. In addition to this, on servers, all unwanted services should be disabled. If your internet if your network is having critical database servers such as HLR server in an SESN which is used to mobile operations, then multiple DMZ will be deployed. If external source such as a foreign organizations want to access the server placed in the internal network of security system, then VPN. Firewall or firewall categories. based on the filter of many categories. This is packet filtering firewalls. It kind of router which can having the ability of filter of the substance of data packets. When using packet filtering, rules of allocation firewalls. This is rules of out from packets which is traffic permitted or not. Second one is a stateful firewall. It is also called dynamic packet filtering. In aspect of statues activate connections and use data to find out which is a stop packet should be permitted throughout the firewalls. The firewall inspects. Now coming to protects down application layer by tracking sections like that IP address and port numbers. Data packets can be provide much strong security to network. Next coming to the proxy firewalls. These are also known as application gateway firewalls. The stateful firewalls is unable to protect the system from exploited based on attackers. Therefore, proxy firewalls is introduced in the market. It includes the features of stateful instructions plus having the capability of using analyzing application layer protocols. Type of firewalls of stress. The three of the most popular firewalls. First one is command firewalls, virtual internet browsing. It blocks unwanted pop-up ads and customizing DNS servers. Its common feature is a firewall, virtual keys, used blocking someone. Next one is AWS firewall. It is a very simple implementation. Garden your system against nasty pop-up windows, unwanted advertisements. We can also modify URLs. Anything you can take block of them also. Nested needed surrendered. Here we can easily outline of this source, destination, IP address, port number, and like that protocols, permitted, not permitted in systems. We can allow any block of FTT being deploying and restarting in any internet, any network. Here block also the dispatch. Blocking individual classes programming defines. In this computer, it's block. Overall IP address class falls in a particular categories. Now coming into Windows firewall. The most of the frequent firewall used by Windows 7 users in this firewall, the provisions of access and restriction of traffic and communication between network or device by analyzing IP address and portal numbers by its default permitted outbound traffic but allows only those Jupyter firewalls. The Jupyter is itself networking organization. They have got of internet and routing. God interneting router is a extra commuting traffic. Advanced type of firewalls of examination content packet while there are traffic consistent network boundaries. The God is modified consistent packets of broad packets algorithms. Gods are conceptually similar to application proxy firewalls and much are more substantial. A God is a programmer performs sorted packets filtering, scanning, modifying necessary. The God networks is routers of extra incoming traffic and received heavy attack from external source that interrupted network services handle which traffic to forward from this router conclusion. By the above description, above various expert firewall may be conclude that we overcome to external and internal network attack the concept of the firewall has been introduced. Their firewall can be hardware to software which is following certain rules of God. Next to our our networking system from virus and the types of malicious attacks. We have also We have also explored here different categories: firewalls, components of the firewalls, design firewalls, implementation firewalls, and then some one of the famous firewalls software we use to deploy networking industry. Thank you.